Live newsroom, Atlanta rapper YFN Lucci was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
In a shocking turn of events, Atlanta rapper YFN Lucci, also known as Rayshawn Bennett, has recently been sentenced after pleading guilty to a gang-related charge. After spending nearly 3 years behind bars, Lucci admitted to violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. This comes after facing a series of serious charges, including murder, gang, and racketeering. There's a lot to know about this case, and I'll be delving deep into the details of YFN Lucci's shocking sentence and the events that led up to that moment. YFN Lucci sentenced.
The rapper, whose real name is Rayshawn Bennett, pleaded guilty to 1 count of violation of the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act.
After spending nearly 3 years behind bars, Lucci, born Rayshawn Bennett, made the decision to plead guilty to 1 count of violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. This plea deal, reached on January 23, 2024, has sent shockwaves through the music industry and left fans questioning the future of his career. One of the most significant aspects of the plea deal is the dropping of 12 out of the 13 counts against YFN Lucci. These drop charges include the serious offense of felony murder, which carries a maximum penalty of life without parole. The drop charges were directly related to the 2020 shooting death of rival gang member James Adams in Atlanta. This turn of events has undoubtedly had a profound impact on the case and the potential consequences faced by Lucci. The plea deal not only spared YFN Lucci from the possibility of a life sentence, but also resulted in a reduced sentence. He will now serve 10 years behind bars, followed by an additional 10 years on probation. This outcome has left many wondering about the factors that led to such a significant reduction in charges and the subsequent sentence. Lucci's attorney, Drew Findling, shed some light on the plea deal, stating, "After 3 years of pre-trial litigation, more than 2 weeks of jury selection, and 3 years of incarceration waiting for his jury trial, today, the prosecution finally relented and dismissed the murder and RICO charges against Rayshawn Bennett. After the dismissal of 12 of the 13 counts against him, Mr. Bennett entered a plea to 1 gang-related count." Findling's statement highlights the extensive legal battle that Lucci has endured and the ultimate decision to accept responsibility for 1 specific charge. The drop charges and reduced sentences have undoubtedly sparked controversy and debate. Some argue that the plea deal is a fair outcome, considering the dismissal of the most severe charges. Others, however, question whether justice has truly been served in this case. The details surrounding the drop charges and the decision to accept a plea deal raise questions about the strength of the prosecution's case and the evidence against YFN Lucci. It is important to note that YFN Lucci's legal troubles began when he surrendered to authorities in January 2021. He was part of a sweeping indictment in May 2021 that targeted alleged Bloods gang members. This indictment marked a significant turning point in Lucci's life and career, thrusting him into the spotlight of a high-profile case. One significant aspect of YFN Lucci's sentencing is the credit he will receive for the time he has already served. This means that he could be eligible for parole in just 4 months. The prospect of an early release has sparked both hope and speculation among his supporters and critics alike. If granted parole, YFN Lucci will serve out the remainder of his sentence on probation. This presents a unique set of challenges and responsibilities for the rapper as he navigates the complexities of re-entering society. The conditions of his probation will likely include regular check-ins with a probation officer, adherence to specific guidelines, and the need to maintain a clean record. It is important to note that the state of Georgia has agreed not to file anything that would object to Lucci's release later this year. This agreement suggests that there may be a level of confidence in his ability to successfully reintegrate into society. However, the decision ultimately lies in the hands of the parole board, who will carefully evaluate his case and determine whether he meets the necessary criteria for release. The possibility of parole raises questions about the impact it will have on YFN Lucci's life and career. If granted parole, he will have the opportunity to rebuild his life outside of prison walls. This includes reconnecting with his children and family and pursuing his music career once again. However, the challenges of probation and the need to adhere to strict guidelines may pose obstacles along the way. YFN Lucci's attorney, Drew Findling, has made a significant statement regarding his client's cooperation in other cases, particularly Young Thug's YSL RICO trial. Findling vehemently denied any possibility of YFN Lucci's cooperation, emphasizing that his client has maintained his stance for 3 years. This statement carries weight and raises questions about the potential impact on Lucci's career moving forward. The decision not to cooperate in any other cases is a strategic move by YFN Lucci and his legal team. It demonstrates a commitment to his own legal battle and a desire to protect his own interests. By maintaining his stance, Lucci aims to preserve his reputation and integrity within the music industry. As you may already know, snitching is frowned upon in the rap industry. One of the most poignant moments during YFN Lucci's sentencing was his heartfelt apology to the victim's family. As the court proceedings unfolded, the 32-year-old rapper took the opportunity to express his remorse and offer condolences for the pain and loss they have endured. YFN Lucci's apology to the victim's family played a significant role in the sentencing process. It showcased a sense of accountability and a willingness to acknowledge the consequences of his actions. By directly addressing the family, Lucci demonstrated a level of empathy and understanding, recognizing the impact his choices have had on their lives. The power of an apology should not be underestimated, especially in the context of a criminal case. It can provide a sense of closure for the victim's family and offer them some solace in knowing that the perpetrator acknowledges the harm caused. While an apology cannot undo the past, it can serve as a step towards healing and reconciliation. The impact of YFN Lucci's apology on the sentencing cannot be overlooked. It likely influenced the judge's decision and played a role in the final outcome of the case. Expressing genuine remorse and taking responsibility for one's actions can demonstrate a willingness to change and grow, which can be a mitigating factor in sentencing. It is important to note that YFN Lucci's apology does not absolve him of the consequences of his actions. The pain and loss experienced by the victim's family cannot be undone. However, the apology can serve as a starting point for healing and the potential for personal growth and redemption. Throughout the legal proceedings, YFN Lucci's attorney, Drew Finling, has emphasized his client's commitment to his children, family, and career. This dedication, coupled with the apology to the victim's family, paints a complex picture of a man grappling with the consequences of his choices and striving for a better future. As the sentencing concluded, the impact of YFN Lucci's apology reverberated through the courtroom. It left an indelible mark on the proceedings and highlighted the importance of accountability and remorse in the pursuit of justice. While the road to redemption may be long and arduous, the sincerity of the apology offers a glimmer of hope for a brighter future. The sentencing of YFN Lucci and the events surrounding his case have far-reaching implications that extend beyond the music industry. They raise important questions about the role of artists in society, the impact of legal battles on an artist's career, and the broader societal issues surrounding gang violence and criminal justice. One of the key implications of YFN Lucci's sentencing is the impact on the music industry. His case serves as a stark reminder that artists are not exempt from the consequences of their actions. It challenges the notion that fame and success can shield individuals from legal accountability. The music industry must grapple with how to navigate the complexities of supporting artists who have faced serious legal challenges. The sentencing of YFN Lucci also sheds light on the broader issue of gang violence. His involvement in a gang-related charge and the subsequent legal battle highlights the devastating consequences of gang activity. It serves as a reminder of the toll that gang violence takes on communities and the urgent need for intervention and prevention efforts. Furthermore, YFN Lucci's case raises questions about the criminal justice system and its approach to addressing gang-related crime. It prompts discussions about the effectiveness of punitive measures versus rehabilitative approaches. The plea deal and reduced sentence in Lucci's case may spark debates about the fairness and consistency of sentencing in similar cases. Additionally, YFN Lucci's case raises awareness about the need for community support and resources to address the root causes of gang violence. It emphasizes the importance of investing in education, mentorship programs, and social services that can provide alternatives and opportunities for individuals at risk of becoming involved in gangs. The impact of YFN Lucci's case on society also extends to discussions about the role of art and artists in reflecting and shaping culture. It prompts conversations about the responsibility of artists to use their platform for positive change and to be mindful of the messages they convey through their music. It challenges the notion that art exists in a vacuum and highlights the potential influence it can have on individuals and communities. As society grapples with the implications of YFN Lucci's case, it is crucial to approach the conversation with nuance and empathy. It is an opportunity to reflect on the complexities of the human experience, the challenges individuals face, and the potential for growth and redemption. Life and Crimes of YFN Lucci. YFN Lucci, whose real name is Rayshawn Lamar Bennett, was born on February 16, 1991, in Atlanta, Georgia. Growing up in the heart of Atlanta, Lucci was exposed to the vibrant hip-hop scene that the city is known for. Influenced by local legends such as T.I. and Jeezy, Lucci developed a deep appreciation for the art of rap from a young age. It wasn't until Lucci turned 16 that he discovered his own musical talent. Encouraged by rapper Johnny Cinco, Lucci began to take his skills seriously and started honing his craft. His unique style and and storytelling abilities quickly caught the attention of those around him, and it wasn't long before he started gaining recognition in the local music scene. In 2014, Lucci's talent and hard work paid off when he signed a record deal with Think It's a Game Entertainment. That same year, he released his debut mixtape, Wish Me Well, which showcased his raw talent and lyrical prowess. The mixtape received positive reviews and laid the foundation for Lucci's future success. Building on the momentum of his debut mixtape, Lucci released his second mixtape, Wish Me Well 2, in February 2016. This project marked a significant milestone in his career, as it became his first entry on the prestigious Billboard 200 chart, peaking at number 183. One of the standout tracks from the mixtape was Key to the Streets, a collaboration with Migos and Trouble. The song gained widespread popularity and peaked at number 70 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The success of Key to the Streets propelled Lucci into the spotlight, earning him recognition from industry insiders and fans alike. The song's official remix featured heavyweight artists such as 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, and Quavo, further solidifying Lucci's position in the rap game. Key to the Streets was hailed as one of the best hip-hop songs of 2016 by XXL Magazine and was included in Vibe Magazine's list of the 60 best songs of the year. With his growing popularity, Lucci continued to make waves in the music industry. He released his debut extended play, Long Live Nut, in April 2017. The EP featured collaborations with renowned artists such as Rick Ross, Dreezy, PNB Rock, Lil Durk, Boosie Badazz, and YFN Trey Pound. Long Live Nut debuted at number 27 on the Billboard 200, further cementing Lucci's status as a rising star. In March 2018, Lucci released his highly anticipated debut studio album, Ray Ray, from Summerhill. The album showcased Lucci's growth as an artist and featured guest appearances from many acts, including frequent collaborators Dreezy, Meek Mill, and YFN Trey Pound. Ray Ray from Summerhill peaked at number 14 on the Billboard 200, solidifying Lucci's position as a force to be reckoned with in the rap industry. Despite his early success and promising career, YFN Lucci's life took a dramatic turn when he became entangled in a series of legal troubles. In January 2021, warrants were issued for Lucci's arrest in Atlanta, Georgia, in connection with a shooting that occurred in December 2020. The shooting resulted in the tragic death of a 28-year-old man and left another individual wounded. The Atlanta Police Department charged Lucci with aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, and murder. The allegations against Lucci sent shockwaves through the music industry and his fan base. The rapper, who had been known for his lyrical storytelling and melodic hooks, was now facing the possibility of spending a significant portion of his life behind bars. The charges were a stark contrast to the image Lucci had cultivated as an artist. Following the issuance of the warrants, Lucci turned himself into the police on January 13, 2021. He was subsequently released on house arrest after posting a $500,000 bond on February 8, 2021. However, his legal troubles were far from over. In May 2021, Lucci found himself among 12 individuals charged in a 105-count RICO indictment filed by Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis. The charges against Lucci included racketeering, violating the state's anti-gang law, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. The indictment alleged that Lucci was a member of a faction of the Bloods, a notorious street gang. The RICO indictment painted a disturbing picture of Lucci's alleged involvement in criminal activities. The charges suggested a pattern of organized criminal behavior, with Lucci being accused of participating in a criminal enterprise that engaged in various illegal activities, including drug trafficking, robbery, and murder. As the legal process unfolded, Lucci's trial was delayed due to the Fulton County District Attorney's Office focusing on other high-profile cases. The embattled rapper had to wait for a trial date, uncertain of his future. While in jail, Lucci had to remain vigilant, navigating the complexities of the legal system and preparing for the legal battle ahead. Throughout this challenging period, Lucci's attorney has been steadfast in his defense, maintaining that the allegations against the rapper are false. The attorney has expressed confidence in Lucci's innocence and has vowed to vigorously defend him against the charges. Despite the obstacles and the potential consequences he faces, Lucci remains resolute in his fight for justice. The paperwork showing a 20-year plea offer in Lucci's case surfaced on social media, revealing the potential consequences if he were to accept the deal. The plea offer serves as a stark reminder of the gravity of the charges he faces and the potential impact on his life and career. The legal battle surrounding YFN Lucci has taken a dramatic turn with the emergence of a 20-year plea deal offered to the embattled rapper. The plea deal, which surfaced on social media, reveals the potential consequences Lucci could face if he were to accept the offer. The gravity of the charges against him becomes even more apparent as the implications of this plea deal come to light. Accepting the 20-year plea plea deal would mean that Lucci would be sentenced to 2 decades behind bars. The prospect of spending such a significant portion of his life in prison is undoubtedly daunting. It would not only have a profound impact on his personal life, but also on his music career, which had shown so much promise. Alas, he pleaded guilty and was inevitably sentenced as you already, knowing the full details of this case. I can't help but draw a parallel with another high-profile case, the Young Thug YSL RICO trial. The ongoing trial has captured the attention of the media and the public, and its outcome could have significant implications for Lucci's case. The Young Thug YSL RICO trial centers around allegations of racketeering and criminal activity within the Young Stoner Life YSL record label, of which Young Thug is a prominent figure. The trial has shed light on the inner workings of the music industry and the potential involvement of artists in illegal activities. While the specifics of the Young Thug YSL RICO trial may differ from Lucci's case, the shared context of racketeering charges and criminal street gang activity creates a connection between the two. The outcome of the trial could set a precedent and influence the perception of similar cases, including Lucci's. The attention and resources devoted to the Young Thug YSL RICO trial have had an impact on Lucci's case. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office, responsible for prosecuting both cases, has been focusing on the high-profile trial, which caused delays in Lucci's own trial proceedings. The prolonged wait adds to the uncertainty and challenges Lucci faces as he awaits his day in court. The outcome of the Young Thug YSL RICO trial could also have implications for the perception of Lucci's innocence or guilt. If Young Thug and others involved in the trial are convicted, it may create a perception that criminal activity was indeed present within the YSL record label. This could potentially influence the perception of Lucci's alleged involvement in criminal activities, as the two cases share similarities. On the other hand, if Young Thug and others are acquitted, it may cast doubt on the credibility of the allegations against Lucci and raise questions about the strength of the prosecution's case. The outcome of the trial could shape the narrative surrounding Lucci's own legal battle and potentially impact the strategies employed by both the defense and the prosecution. To understand the impact of Young Thug's trial, let's delve deeper into it. Young Thug's trial. Young Thug, along with 27 other individuals, was first indicted in May 2022 on charges of violating Georgia's Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO. This act is designed to combat organized crime and criminal enterprises. The indictment alleges that Young Thug is connected to the Atlanta area street gang known as Young Slime Life, which has ties to the National Bloods gang. Young Thug, born Jeffrey Lamar Williams, is an award-winning rapper and a pioneer of the melodic trap sound. His distinctive mumble-like delivery and taste for pop production sensibilities have set him apart from his peers. With 3 #1 albums on the Billboard 200 chart, including So Much Fun in 2019, Punk in 2021, and the compilation album Young Stoner Life Slime Language 2 in the same year, Young Thug has solidified his position as a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. His collaborations with A-list artists such as Drake, Future, and Travis Scott have further elevated his status. One of his most notable crossover hits is the #1 hit Havana, a collaboration with Camila Cabello. Additionally, Young Thug made history when Childish Gambino's This Is America, featuring his vocals, became the first rap song to win Song of the Year at the 2019 Grammys. Young Thug's rise to fame can be traced back to his early days in the Atlanta music scene. In 2013, he signed with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records, which provided him with a platform to showcase his talent. It was during this time that he began to develop his unique style and gain recognition for his unconventional fashion choices. Young Thug's willingness to challenge gender stereotypes and embrace fashion as a form of self-expression has earned him a reputation as a fashion icon. In 2016, Young Thug took a significant step in his career by launching his own record label, Young Stoner Life Records, also known as YSL Records. The label operates as an imprint of 300 Entertainment and has become a platform for Young Thug to nurture and promote emerging talent. Through YSL Records, Young Thug has continued to push boundaries and explore new musical territories. Beyond his musical achievements, Young Thug's personal life has also garnered attention. His arrest in May 2022 and subsequent involvement in the YSL RICO trial have thrust him into the spotlight in a different way. The allegations against him, including being the co-founder of a violent criminal street gang and using his music to promote it, have shocked fans and critics alike. The indictment of his case spans a period between 2013 and 2022, with a total of 65 counts against the defendants. Young Thug himself is charged with 8 of these counts. Among the most serious allegations is his alleged involvement in the killing of of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival gang member who died in a drive-by shooting in January 2015. Prosecutors claim that Young Thug rented the vehicle used in the shooting, adding a chilling dimension to the case. The indictment also includes charges related to racketeering, drug offenses, and weapons-related offenses. These charges paint a picture of a criminal enterprise operating under the guise of Young Stoner Life Records, Young Thug's label. Prosecutors argue that the label's name, YSL Records, is a direct reference to Young Slime Life, the name of the gang. They allege that Young Thug used his music and public persona to promote and further the gang's criminal activities. The YSL RICO trial has gained national attention not only because of Young Thug's fame, but also due to the potential involvement of other notable figures in the music industry. One such figure is rapper Gunna, who was also arrested in May 2022 alongside Young Thug. Gunna, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, took a plea deal in December 2022, maintaining his innocence but acknowledging that pleading guilty was in his best interest. The trial will now proceed with just 5 defendants, including Young Thug, out of the original 28 who were indicted. Young Thug has pleaded not guilty to all charges and has vehemently denied any involvement in criminal activities. His defense team argues that YSL Records is simply a record label and does not have any gang affiliations. They maintain that while some individuals charged in the case may have committed crimes, Young Thug is not responsible for their actions. The use of Young Thug's lyrics as evidence in the trial has also sparked controversy. In a ruling that allowed prosecutors to use specific sets of lyrics, the judge argued that these lyrics could be relevant to the crimes of the accused and shed light on the existence of the gang and the defendant's involvement in the alleged criminal conspiracy. This decision has raised questions about the boundaries between artistic expression and criminal intent. As the YSL RICO trial unfolds, the nation watches with bated breath. The outcome of this trial could have far-reaching consequences for Young Thug's career and personal life. Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, has pleaded not guilty to all charges in the YSL RICO trial. His defense team is determined to prove his innocence and dismantle the prosecution's case. They argue that the allegations against Young Thug are unfounded and that he has been wrongfully implicated in criminal activities. His lawyers emphasize that the label's name, Young Stoner Life Records, is a reflection of Young Thug's personal brand and does not indicate any criminal enterprise. According to his defense team, the association between YSL Records and Young Slime Life, the alleged gang, is purely coincidental. Young Thug's lawyers also contend that while some individuals charged in the case may have committed crimes, their client is not responsible for their actions. They argue that Young Thug's involvement with these individuals is limited to professional collaborations within the music industry. They maintain that he has no control or influence over their personal lives or criminal activities. Furthermore, Young Thug's defense team challenges the prosecution's use of his lyrics as evidence. They argue that his lyrics are artistic expressions and should not be taken as literal endorsements of criminal behavior. They contend that using his lyrics in legal proceedings is an overreach and an attempt to criminalize his artistry. In their efforts to dismantle the prosecution's case, Young Thug's lawyers will likely present evidence and call witnesses to testify on his behalf. They will aim to establish that the allegations against him lack substantial evidence and that he should be acquitted of all charges. The defense team's strategy will likely involve challenging the credibility of the prosecution's witnesses and highlighting any inconsistencies or gaps in their testimonies. As the YSL RICO trial continues, the nation awaits the outcome of this high-stakes legal battle. The defense's arguments and their ability to counter the prosecution's claims will play a crucial role in determining Young Thug's fate. The shocking allegations and the potential impact on his career and personal life make this trial a captivating spectacle that has captured the attention of the music industry and beyond. A very pivotal moment during this trial was when the court played the song Lifestyle by Rich Gang. Comprised of Young Thug and fellow Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan, the supergroup's song filled the courtroom, capturing the attention of all present. The full 4.5-minute track played, immersing the atmosphere in the sounds and lyrics that have become central to the case. The playing of Lifestyle in court was not a mere coincidence, but a strategic move by the defense attorney, Brian Steele. He argued that the song and its accompanying music video were relevant to the case and should be considered as evidence. Steele contended that the video showcased the relationships between Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan, and Birdman, who all starred in the visual. He aimed to demonstrate the connections between these individuals and their involvement with YSL Records. Furthermore, Steele hoped to use the Lifestyle music video to illustrate that individuals other than Young Thug were associated with the color red, which is often associated with the Bloods gang. By presenting this visual evidence, Steele aimed to challenge the prosecution's narrative and cast doubt on the alleged gang affiliations attributed to Young Thug and YSL Records. However, the judge presiding over the trial, Chief Judge Ural Glanville, denied the defense's request to to use the lifestyle music video as evidence. The judge ruled that the video was not relevant to the specific witness being questioned at that time, Trontavious Tick Stevens, a YSL co-founder who had reached a plea deal in 2022. Judge Glanville did acknowledge that if a more relevant witness, such as Rich Homie Quan or Birdman, were to testify, the video could be considered relevant and admissible. The playing of lifestyle in court and the subsequent ruling by Judge Glanville added another layer of intrigue to the trial. It highlighted the strategic maneuvers employed by the defense to challenge the prosecution's case and introduce evidence that could potentially sway the jury's perception. The denial of the defense's request, however, underscored the judge's commitment to maintaining the relevance and admissibility of evidence throughout the trial. As the YSL RICO trial continues, the use of songs as evidence will likely remain a point of contention. The defense and prosecution will continue to present arguments regarding the interpretation and relevance of lyrics and music videos. The outcome of these debates could have a significant impact on the jury's understanding of the case and the ultimate verdict. Thanks for watching. Click on the videos on your screen for similar content.